microphone and I am not able to do. Fabulous. Thank you.
So Dr. Kavisha, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, you can share your case study.
Hi everyone. I'm Dr. Kavisha, and I was with Dr. Smita today. So I want to share one most amazing miracle that happened. So a 10-year-old boy had come. He had thalassemia minor, and his hemoglobin and RBC levels were very less. And he was from a different part of India, not in Mumbai. So they were just doing the medicines, and they came to meet Dr. Smita again after a span of 2 months. And Dr. Smita gave no iron medicines. She only focused on the root base, that is uh, the liver and the bones. So she gave Livtone, Pitta Shamak, Ojas, because sometimes it is immune system related as well. And just 2 months later, his hemoglobin levels naturally were 11.1, I guess, from 10. And RBC levels had also increased. And it was a wonderful case. So we took the testimonial of the boy as well, and his mom was so happy and relieved because he had no energy in him earlier. He, whenever he went out or something to play, he would, not be able to breathe well. And they were very happy. He had gained a lot of energy, and it was a very good transformation. Thank you.
Dr. Kavisha, how did you named the disease? What he had, the problem?
Thalassemia minor. I'll write it in the chat box as well.
Okay, okay.
It is hereditary. Thalassemia minor, in that always hemoglobin level is very low. And due to that, person feel lots of weakness and fatigue and all that. So Dr. Kavisha will write down all the history and details in the group. Okay, Dr. Kavisha. So I will share. Yeah. Yeah, tell me.
Did he had a special diet beside Mung?
Kavisha, any home remedy you suggested?
Home remedies were suggested, but they were mainly for his cold and allergies. He also had allergic rhinitis. So he was given haldi and adrak ka recipe.
Ginger, okay.
Ginger and turmeric powder.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Thank you.
But in case of low hemoglobin, you can suggest dates, fig, which helps to improve iron level. Spinach and coriander juice also person can take. So that helps as a home remedy, you know.
Yes, yes.
What juice did you say? Spinach and what juice?
Fix. Spinach and coriander.
Coriander, yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Rajeshriben, you want to share anything else? Okay. So I will share another one story of my patient. She came to me with lots of anxiety and depression. She was already on the medication of anxiety depression. So, and she used to take that medicine since 4 to 5 years. Then also many times she got attack of panic attacks, like lots of palpitation, chest pain, fear, that type of thing was there. And I counseled her and I completely went into the whole history of her. So she was staying in joint family, and due to that, due to some issues, it hampers emotionally as well as physical level also. So now she is coming to me since 4 years, and I gave her, she was not ready to do panchakarma treatment. So I told her to do this forgive and forgive marma. And then I started with some marma points, which gives lots of relief in the fatigue. And whenever she was getting these panic attacks, at that time, lots of palpitation was there. So she feels fear, okay, I will get heart attack or I will die, you know. So, and with antidepressant medicine, day by day she becomes very low. So when she came to me, her husband was there and he told me whole history. So I told them ki, we will start with the herbs, but immediately we can't stop antidepressant medicine, otherwise she will get more attacks. So step by step we started with brain toe and metaboost and Amarutras, and I gave a Jivan Rakshak for palpitation. So many times what happens when person is getting anxiety or panic attacks, at that time heartbeats become so fast and they fear of heart problem, you know. So to calm that, uh, in not on all the cases Jivan Rakshak is required, but in some cases we can give Jivan Rakshak, which helps a lot to the patient. So now she's coming to me since 3 4 years, but in between, due to COVID situation, 1 year gap was there in the medicine. So again, that all problems developed, and then uh, again she started the medicine. So now from 4 medicine, step by step, I reduced and stopped all the medicines. Only very small 0.25 medicine dose is going on allopathic, and now she's taking just our medicine. There is no fear, no panic attacks, no palpitation, nothing, and she's doing yoga. I advise her to go for the meditation and yoga and walk, which helps her a lot along with the herbs, because she doesn't want to, and for her it is not possible to go for the panchakarma treatment also. So many times with counseling, herbs and diet only, and some murmur points which we are advising in anxiety depression patient, that helps a lot to the patient. And generally we have observed that whenever the patient is anxiety depression, they are not getting sleep also, and due to that disturbed sleep also, many times they feel very weak, fatigue is there. So in that type of patient, we are advising cow's ghee apply on the temple region here, and little bit cow's ghee you can apply on the middle of the head. It gives lots of release and they becomes very calm, you know. So that helps a lot to the patient. So nowadays, so in our clinic, so many patients are coming with anxiety due to this COVID situation. Lots of family lost their family members, and more than 50 60% people, they are suffering with anxiety. Now, in this case, this patient came to me before COVID situation, but now she is 80-90% better. She's taking still our medicine, and she want to stop completely allopathic, and definitely within 6 months, I will stop that medicine also. Dr. Komal, yeah. You want to ask me something or you want to go? Susie?
Susie,
Yes.
Please let the doctor speak first. I can wait. I'm good.
So, madam, can I share the case?
Yes, yes. Dr. Komal, you can share. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
Susie
you,
wants to ask
Rajat
something,
ji.
I think so.
Yeah, you can ask the question first. Yeah.
I can wait. No, I can wait until everybody, all the doctors have spoken and shared the case. I'm good. I'm okay. I can wait till the end. I'm all right.
No,
Please
you
go.
can, you want to share something, your case, like?
Well, I have several things that I would like to ask. And first of all, I have to say I'm weepy today because of all these beautiful stories and the hope that's possible. I'm just like so overwhelmed with emotion. And I want to thank you.
Susie,
for
Dr.
being-
Dharam's mission
just for
was that
being you.
only.
So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So here in the West, we have a lot of psychological things that are going on.
Yes.
And I worked in a juvenile residential treatment facility. So I worked with very troubled kids and their parents had lost their parental rights. So they were in the foster care system. I don't work in that business anymore. However, I've always had some unanswered things, troubling things, because all we could do was literally plant seeds in these children in hopes that they will live to be old enough to, become functional adults, and they would leave and we could never see them again. Right. So we just, helped them the best we could. And, when they left, we never knew the end result. Now I have several things wanting to know. So a lot of the kids that we dealt with, they had addictions, they were depressed, they had a lot of anxiety, they had a lot of trauma and drama in their lives, right? Along with being suicidal, they self-harmed. Behavior, narcissism.
Susie, your connection is
These are
lost
all
somewhere.
mental things, right? And they may have a physical. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Okay,
Yes, yes.
what did you not hear anymore? I'm sorry, where do I need to repeat?
trauma.
Trauma. Okay, so these kids, and so in the West, we have a lot of mental issues that are not able to be addressed in Western psychology or in Western medicine, because a pill does not, help with the root, right? It doesn't get to the root of the issue, whether it's trapped in the emotional body or the physical body or the nervous system. These are the areas that I am most interested in helping as I become a Ayush Shakti Ayurveda practitioner. Do you have cases where people came to Ayush Shakti with these issues, like they were sociopathic, maybe they had criminal thinking with criminal behavior that were, or the the neuroses of, being a narcissist, which in Western medicine is not treatable. Like when you're a narcissist for life. Like that we just don't have, or borderline, you may grow out of it by the time you're 30, but most people still don't grow out of being a borderline. And bipolar is a lifelong experience along with schizophrenia. These are and I'm not a licensed therapist, but I've had so many years of experience of watching this play out with these kids, and all the solution that we had was talk therapy and pills. Does Ayush Shakti have case studies that could be shared that have had success?
We have some case studies. I had one schizophrenic patient. He used to take so many medicines. Before he was patient of Dr. Pankaj Naram, then he met Dr. Smita Naram, and then he came to me in Vile Parle. So he also doesn't want to start any Panchakarma treatment. But then also I will advise him Shrodhara and our herbs definitely. So we are tapering the doses, and now he's on a very milder dose, and his behavior is much better than before. Before he used to uh, beat his parents, and he was very violent also, throwing all the things all around, and lots of anger was there, and he used to drink, he used to smoke also. But now more than 70%, he is also taking medicine since maybe 8 to 9 years, but now very less medicines, and he reduces doses also. So definitely Ayush Shakti can help the patient in schizophrenic patient also, but it takes little longer time with the therapy and herbs, and we need to do some marma therapies also. So not all the patients are not same, so each
Right.
patient have their own history, their own trauma, so we have to go into the deep history. So single case, maybe you have to discuss with Dr. Hemang or any of us, and you have to send the details, then we can tell how much medicine and treatment will help them, no? And as Dr. Hemang said, everything we can help all the patients everywhere and in all cases also. So we have to be always positive. We will definitely help the people who is suffering a lot with this type of problems,
Right. Because here in the United States, especially over the last 2 years, we've had a huge increase of suicides with teenagers and grade school age. Like they're killing themselves at the age of 7 because of the depression and so I'm just letting you know that we have a serious issue here where the
Yeah.
mental health is just, it's the system is overwhelmed and we need help here. So that's an area that I'm really interested in, and is alleviating the pain and suffering that is occurring mentally and emotionally along with the physical body. But that's kind of the area that I'm looking in as far
Okay.
as treatment. Yeah.
Susie,
Definitely I will. Yeah.
Susie,
Yeah.
can I ask, maybe there is some reason like a competition in the schools?
I'm okay. I'm at 55. I personally don't have children my own age, but because I worked in the treatment centers, I still have contact with, the news. I have friends that work in the school systems. Because of the isolation with parents having to be home, there's a lot of extra stress going on at home, right? Because the
Yeah.
parents aren't teachers. They're not
Yes.
used to, there's so much going on at home. Like, so maybe the parents had some addiction issues, right?
Yes.
So they went to work, but now they're home 24/7 with everybody. So there's a lot of abuse, a lot of mental issues, a lot of emotional issues. that were hidden, but now are really coming out into the open because everyone is overwhelmed, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I'm really aware of what's going on, and our school system with the online programs has been a failure here because parents just don't know how to be teachers. And there's a lot of expectations and a lot of assumptions. So I'm just giving a broad stroke painting of some of the stuff that's going on. And, you know, whenever I talk about Ayush Shakti Ayurveda, first of all, especially where I live, nobody has ever heard of it. In this area, even with Western medicine, we're 20 years behind the times. I'm not on the East Coast. I'm not on the West Coast. I'm in the Midwest. And medicine, whether it's, you know, pills to take or surgeries or treatments for mental health or whatever, physical, we're 20 years behind the times. We're just not as advanced. You know, people are not open to doing new things just because of how they were raised. And again, this is a broad stroke because clearly there are a lot of people that, you know, are open to doing new things. So there's just a lot of pain and suffering and lack of knowledge and understanding of how to take care of the body and the mind, you know, and their reliance on doctors to just give them a pill, right? And so this is what's going on in our area. And so but the suicides of the young kids is across the United States. It doesn't matter if you're in a conservative state or a liberal state, or, you know, you've got all these advanced knowledge or, you know, ignorance. It's a serious issue across the board.
Can understand.
Yeah, it's big. So anyways, that's the areas that I'm really interested in, you know, alleviating the pain and suffering mentally, emotionally, and physically for, you know, individual patients. I understand that they got to their trauma and drama individually, right? And their illness, however it's manifesting, comes from their unique experience. So anyways.
So definitely we will discuss this, and then Dr. Hemang will let you know how much we can help in this, you know,
Okay,
because
sure.
it's a very big issue. And as you told, it is more of related their house atmosphere, you know.
Yeah, family atmosphere.
So yes, family atmosphere. So, but definitely we can do something.
Okay.
That's my hope.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Asin, you want to say something?
Yes, I agree with Susie. And I wrote a few words that I heard coming through her talk. When we say that the family is the brickstone of the house, then you feel that what you are learned by your parents is very important. They don't have to be educated in an academic way, but the inside of the heart, the lining of the heart, by the talks from the parents to the children is so different in the West. They don't learn that you are an individual, but that you belong together. Those parts are completely out of question with the adults. I was born in the tropics. I live in Holland, in Europe, the Netherlands, and I can feel the difference. When we talk about elder people, your grandmother is always a respected person. If she had schooling or not, she will maybe not teach you mathematics, but she will teach you politeness. She will ask you to stop it if she sees that you're having a big mouth to your mother, because she said your mother was respecting me and you will respect your mother. Those very little things come into a person to line the heart, to give you that feeling that you have to be respected and that you have to respect others. Those things are completely gone. They learn a lot at school. They can have so many, so many bills and diplomas, but the diploma to be a person in life, a lovely person, is out of it. I like Ayushakti because I studied health science and biology. And with all medical things I learned, it was always not about the pills, not in health science, but we never get over the word holistic. It was the big word when I started studying. When you go to the house doctor, he would say, do you have some pressure at home? But as soon as he hears that there really are problems at home, he can't handle anymore and he won't listen. And what we learn in Siddha Veda is listening and understanding, because you are love already. But if you don't know that you're love, then you're always on a strict diet of I need something, I want something. And that's why Siddha Veda is helping. And I respect all you doctors, the way you are educating us to be not only polite by saying yes, please, no, please, but by feeling, knowing, doing that the other one is part of you, or we are cells in the tissue body of God. And that's where we have ignorance of problems. I have a little practice as a masseuse and coach, and all my patients I try to take to Dr. Hemang. And the first thing they say, my God, he is so patient, and they don't speak English, so I have to translate. And I do my utmost to help them see that the remedies, all the recommendations are a gift to them and not, how do you say it? It's not punishment. And by understanding, trying to talk to them, trying to explain and give them the feeling you are important. You indeed have more than the remedies by themselves. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Komal, you want to share something, right?
Yes.
Your case study? Yes.
Yes. Thank you, madam. So nice and heartfelt, whatever was shared. So this case, what I will discuss is about a female. She is 21 years old, and when she came to me, she had came with a mother, and I saw her reports, and the reports showed PCOD, that is polycystic ovarian disease, and along with that, she also had gout where the uric acid level increases. So that was a complex disorder. She had PCOD, she had gout, and in gout she had attacks of pain where the pain was unbearable, and she needed to take painkiller medicines. So she had come to me, and she was also very depressed because of all these conditions. She was not able to do her daily routine work because the pain was on and off like that. And so I asked her, I listened to her, whatever she said. So I asked her, what do you want? She said, I want relief from the pain that I am suffering from, the gout pain. So I said, okay, we will do that. So I explained the condition to her according to the 3R formula, like remove, restore, and renew. And then she understood whatever was there. And in her case, because the doshas were vitiated in a higher level, we had to do detox, that is panchakarma. So initially when I told her that we have to do detox, she said, no, I am not doing detox, because it was new to her. And according to her condition, we needed to do rakta mokshan, that is leech therapy. So she said, leech therapy, oh my God, I will not do leech. She was really very fearful. Then I told, okay, let us take time. I explained her everything. Then I told her, can I show you the leech? Then I showed her the leech. She said, yes. Okay, I'll just see it. Then the leech was there in the clinic. I showed it to her. I said, see, this is a small insect, and it is going to suck out the impure blood from your body, and you're going to get complete relief, and there will be no attack of pain. But she said, no, the insect, it will bite me or something like that. But then I counseled her, explained her, and I showed some cases from Ayush Shakti where patients were treated wonderfully with bleach therapy and all. And then I convinced her. Then she said, okay. Then we planned medicines and detox treatment for her. I gave her for PCOD Granthi her and Stree Sati and also Suruday to increase her metabolism and all, Suruday. So with this I started. She said, I don't want to take too much medicines. I want only one medicine. So I said, okay, you continue with this 3 medicines and you will see the change. So I counseled her, and just now what we were discussing about the family issues and everything. So I asked her, Ki, what do you want? So she said, I want the relief from the pain and all. Then I asked her, Ki, are you feeling sad or depressed? Because from her pulse, actually, I could see that she was suffering from sleep disorder, like she was suffering from insomnia. And I asked her, do you suffer from sleep disorder? You don't sleep well? She said yes. And she became happy because I diagnosed it from the pulse. And then I asked her, do you have dreams? Then she said, yes, I have dreams. Then I said, do you see fire in the dreams? Because it was a Pitta disorder. If we learn the classics and principles of Siddha Veda, we will know that. And she said, yes, I don't sleep at all. Then when I further investigated, I found that she was having very low self-esteem. Even in spite of having a very good personality, everything was great. Her family, everything was great. But still, in her mind, she was suffering from low self-esteem. And added to that, she was also having PCOD and gout. So I just counseled her. I gave her the marma, like the forget and forgive marma. And for sleep disorder, Rajeshri madam, please can you mute? Yeah. Yes.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. So I just asked her to do this murmur points, and I counseled her. And then I said, what is the problem in the family? I asked her mother also. She said she has problem with her father. And I said, what problems do you have with your father? She said, we don't speak too much. And I said, why do you don't speak? And everything I just investigated. And I told her, take one step. If you take one step, your father will take 10 steps. But you have to be the one who will initiate and take the one step towards communication. It was just miscommunication. So she said, okay, I'll do that. And now she has started that, taken that first step. She has got, her detox is now done, and she has got very good relief. There is no attack of pain, of gout and everything. And her mother, really, she came and she said, Palak is a very different person now. She's completely changed, and her attitude towards life has also changed. So then I after the 15 days, I also added mind power, because that was needed in her case, the medicine mind power. And then after everything, I think it's now 1 month is over, and now she's completely well. And also whatever miscommunication she was facing, she is able to communicate with her father. And now whatever so low self-esteem was there, that is also gone. So again, Ayush Shakti has cured a client very well. So that was the case sharing. Thank you.
Okay, Jan, you want to say something, right?
I was just going to collaborate what Susie was saying. I work with neurological clients, with people living with Parkinson's disease or brain injuries, who we also discover also have trauma. So traumas in the background, I have been finding with a lot of neurological cases. And getting more and more into that has been fascinating. So I'm with you, Susie. I think there's just a lot of chronic disease that are caused by trauma in the first place. And so I just wanted to say thank you for bringing that up. And I'm with you on wanting to learn more about the psychological part of the treatments. Yeah, so thank you. I'd also like to say one more thing, and that is there was a National Geographic article that came out, and it was about all the pollution in the world's rivers. And that there was one article that said the antibiotic levels are 300 times higher. That's considered safe for the environment in Bangladesh. And they're looking at 2/3 of the world's rivers contain enough antibiotics to contribute to the growing problem of antibiotic resistant bacteria. So this is exciting to me in terms of using the herbs and being able to be environmentally friendly as well. Not only do they work, but they're also an important part of keeping our environment safe. So I just wanted to throw that in because I just read it and I thought it was rather exciting. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else want to share anything? Rene, you want to share something?
I just want to say thanks a lot for these beautiful case studies. It's like very, very impressing what can be done. Thank you so much.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sure.
I don't have much to share because I'm just a beginner, but I followed your advice to take the pulse to the patients. I started to take the pulse, and well, in the beginning, all pulses seem the same, so I don't see any difference among one person and another. But I suppose this is because I am unexperienced. But I noticed that the uppermost where Vata is supposed to be is always felt stronger, and the others, probably because the artery is deeper, you need to put more pressure to feel it because it looks like it's weaker. So does it have to do with the anatomy of the artery itself? Because I know the artery is most superficial upper, and then it goes deep, and to some people it goes very deep under the muscles. What do you think?
See, in that case, generally what you're saying nowadays, in all the people, generally Vata is very high. So that's why you feel that stronger pulse. When you have to press deeper, maybe that is not related with artery according to Ayurveda. In that case, maybe that person have lots of water retention in the body, or lots of arm is there. So that type of pulse, you have to press it little hard, then only you can feel, you know, and you feel little heavy also in the pulse, heaviness also,
Oh,
and sometimes low circulation also.
okay. Thank you.
And when you will learn thousands of pulse, then you will understand, because it's a matter of experience only. So you learn as much as it is possible for you. You can see the pulse, so definitely you will understand day by day more.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes. Okay. So we'll
Can I
close
speak?
any. Yeah, definitely.
Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. This is Meena. I'm
Yes.
learning. I'm new to a 3-year path, and I do
Okay.
attend meetings sometimes, not always. But in one of the meetings, we were all discussing, and Dr. Clint was mentioning, like somebody had this severe eye problem and the dry eyes, and then all they did is put some ghee on the soles of the feet. So I heard that in the meeting, and then I was talking to one of my friend, and she said, like, I'm suffering with dry eye for last so many months. I'm going to ophthalmologist, uh, doing the eye drops. Nothing is helping. She was just casual about it. Then it suddenly struck to me that ghee on soles. So I told her, like, yeah, please apply ghee in the night on your soles and sleep. And next day morning, she texted me saying that it worked very well for her, and it like 50% the dry eye is resolved.
Yes, because basically when dry eyes are there, lots of pitta and heat is there in the body. And when you are applying the cow's ghee on the feet, that helps to reduce excess pitta and heat from the body. And a part of that, it helps complete nervous system also, you know. So that
Okay.
is why it's helping very well, you know.
Hmm. And is there anything like that for Vata? Because Vata variation is very, very high in many people and even us
See,
at
there are
my
so
home.
many types of vata, but generally to calm vata, we are advising 1 teaspoon castor oil or vaka oil at night with a warm water, which helps to reduce vata from the body. That is a home remedy. Another thing, therapy, if you want, any type of pain is there, you can apply Pindaswet, that is a Panchakarma treatment. That is hot
Mhm.
fermentation of some herbs. We are making a potli type of thing, and then we are little hot. We are putting on the particular portion where the person is feeling pain, and then they felt much better. You know, pain will relieve very fast. But the home remedy best is for vata is castor oil, that is vaka oil, what we are giving in Ayush Shakti.
Okay. The
See, there are
restlessness and
yeah, there are many types of vata. Now, restlessness, anxiety, that is related when excess vata is going upward direction. That's why we can feel in the pulse also, you know. So when
yes.
along with vata and pitta both are going high, then that patient maybe feel headaches also, lots of anxiety also, disturb sleep also, you know. In that
Mhm.
type of a case, as I told you, you can apply cow's ghee on the temple region. That helps a lot to the patient, you know.
Sure. Okay.
And
Thank you, ma'am.
certain murmur points are there, which you
Mm.
can place it below the nostril. One point is there. That also you can place it when person feel lots of anxiety and fatigue type of thing. You can press this point 6
Mm.
times. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So,
Okay.
and other points now for fatigue and sometimes in this type of trauma thing, person feels so low. At that time, you can press these 2 points below the eyebrows, you know. So
Mhm.
that also gives lots of relief. These are the murmur points actually. And
Okay.
definitely forget and forgive murmur also, which
Mhm.
helps a lot.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome. So thank you everyone. So we'll close the meeting today. If anybody wants to share anything, definitely they can raise their hand. Otherwise, yes, namaste.
Namaste.
Yes.
Namaste. Thank you. Namaskar. I love you and I'm
Yeah,
with
I
you.
Love
love
you
Yeah,
and
I
love you and with you.
Thank you
bye
so much.
bye.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Love you and I'm with you.